No, Sean, I did not spend $50 on breakfast sausage today. That is such a weird question. Why would you even ask that?
I kind of thought the same thing, Sean. That's kind of it partially a invasion of privacy, a little bit.
What the fuck?
What did you need to know for?
What? Time out. Time the fuck out. Wait.
The things that we actually get into. I mean, come on.
I
expected better.
We'll be right back after the intro. What the hell? What the hell? What the hell? Oh man, what the hell? Why the fuck did you spend $50 on breakfast sausage?
I really didn't. It was just 10. You gotta ham it up.
Well, that was one way to open the show. Welcome to.
Got your attention, didn't it?
It sure did. Welcome to the What the Hell podcast. My name is Sean.
I'm TJ.
And I did not spend $50 on breakfast sausage. I should have, though.
Honestly, I find no fault in that because breakfast sausage is one of my favorite things on the planet.
Oh, 100%.
I mean,
why did you have then leave it alone, Sean. Just let the man buy his breakfast sausage. Leave it alone.
And here's the thing, okay? I'll go to bat for this one just because I worked for him for years. But the sausage patty that McDonald's offers on the sausage McMuffin is amazing.
Oh yeah.
Great fucking flavor, great seasoning. That it is a very good breakfast sausage. You can rag on McDonald's for everything else with their shit, but the breakfast sausage is fucking the shit.
It is.
And even if it was actually pork.
Which it is.
Oh, never mind. I wouldn't have assumed that. Because don't they make their McNuggets out of that pink slime?
That's what I heard.
Yeah, they just.
Well, they used to. Right now, it's all natural, 100% white meat.
Yeah, they just like squirt almost like if you're doing gnocchi, they just drop little squirts of things into and it just fries up, and somehow it just like forms that shape. It's weird.
Jason, you're like that guy. Like I could be sitting here eating a double cheese from McDonald's, and you'll walk up and go, that's not real cheese. Yeah, well, it's playing the fucking part, all right?
I didn't say there was anything wrong with it.
No, I'm just busting your balls.
It's not real cheese.
It is not, but somehow it's still delicious.
It's the same thing.
That's fucking scary. I'm sorry.
That still reminds me, there was like some ad or some meme at one point where it was like this plate of like Chinese food or whatever, and the guy opened the fortune cookie and it said that wasn't chicken. You're like, all right, damn it. That I was always because we had a local place around here that did like really good hibachi, like famous for it. People would legitimately people would wait. You'd get there and wait like an hour, and everybody was fine with it because you just knew that's how good this was. But you'd always have the people going like, oh, he's probably just like cooking up just cats from that sneak in the back, and I'm like, and if he does, they are delicious.
Well, and if you think that, what the fuck are you doing here?
Right.
Well, yeah. But yeah, I always like that because the response was always like, okay. It can be the cat, squirrel, I don't give a shit.
You can cook my shoe if you can make it that good.
Yeah, have them cook up a possum. I don't care.
You know what? It'd probably be healthier than some of the shit we already put in our fucking bodies. I mean, look, let's be real. We all grew up on Kraft macaroni and cheese, and we know that whatever that powdered shit is,
yeah,
it ain't fucking cheese.
But it's made of real cheese. It says it on the package.
I don't know what it is. I don't want to know what it is because I'm just enjoying it.
They took a block of cheddar, they just dried it out, and somebody went like that. And then they put it in the bag.
As I've grown older, my palate has become more refined. So I have graduated to Velveeta, where they go, fuck yeah, we're fake cheese.
And Velveeta shells and cheese has stolen a lot of market share from Kraft. I will disagree with that, TJ, because I still think it's a close second. It's a very close second. but I still think the best mac and cheese is Stouffer's frozen mac and cheese. That stuff is the bomb.
That doesn't count. I said in a box.
It comes in a box, but it's okay.
No, you got to cook. You know what I'm fucking talking about.
Stouffer's mac and cheese is fucking good. I'm sorry.
Oh, 100%. I'll have that all day.
I still love the argument that even if you're going to make the argument that whatever's in the thing of Kraft macaroni and cheese isn't like real cheese because it's powdered or whatever, it's like, and a fucking Impossible Burger isn't a fucking burger. So shut up. Just let me
off my back. Okay.
Very true.
Monk fruit sausage is like sausage. So
and turkey bacon is not bacon.
Exactly. So yeah, just let me have my thing. Who cares? Half the shit in the grocery store isn't the actual thing that it's labeled as when you.
And on the impossible note, how healthy can plants be when they're made to taste like meat?
Honestly, okay. My whole thing with like the impossible thing is like, okay, granted, fine. If somebody wants a plant alternative for some kind of thing, that's fine. Whatever. Yep. I don't have a problem with that. But if you're going to make a product and go so out of the way to make it look, bleed, taste, and all these things just like beef, then what's the fucking point?
Well, my thing is like, so designed for like vegetarians and vegans, right? If you need this shit so bad to bleed and all that, you clearly still want to eat meat. You just don't want to accept that fact.
Oh yeah, that's
now you force your crappy meat substituting down my throat.
Well, there'd be a difference in making it maybe like taste like a burger. There's a difference there, but you're actually going the thing where you look at it and it looks like ground beef, and then you squeeze in, it like bleeds because of beet juice or whatever. You're like, why?
Yeah,
why? Then you're actually really trying to fool yourself.
Oh no, but they're trying to appeal to meatheads like us.
Well, yeah, true.
Because it's not the same. It's like, no, if I'm going to Burger King, I'm not getting an Impossible Whopper. Give me the real fucking deal, please.
The argument is it's not necessarily better for us, but it's better for the environment. Whatever.
Blah blah blah. I still love there was some like reel or TikTok or whatever it was, so some little video clip or whatever, where this kid was just standing outside of, I don't know, some vegan rally or whatever. All he was doing, like, he didn't say a word. All he was doing was just sitting there eating a chicken kebab, standing right in front of him, not saying a word. And these people are just losing their shit, like calling him names and doing, you and your small dick, and how you, because you need to eat meat. And you're like, really? All this guy is doing is like just going, this is not saying a word. He's not like,
this is so fucking good.
A sign. He's not like yelling at them. He's not, but they are fucking losing their shit at him. And I'm like, really?
Well, and at that point, if I'm that dude, I would go, this chicken still would have died regardless if I ate it or somebody else did.
Yeah.
There's
a great call out on the Pluckers menu that says, TJ will remember this as soon as I say it. It says, for vegetarians, we proudly serve chickens that once ate vegetables.
Yeah. There you go. What's wrong with that?
And I don't mean to shit on vegetarians or anything. Like,
no, I wasn't.
But I mean, at some point, you just got to stop kidding yourself. Go grab yourself a T-bone. They're on sale.
No, I completely agree. Yeah, that's not criticizing anybody in their choices. Like,
protein is necessary.
Hey, if you want to either be a vegetarian or vegan, have at it. Like, I don't have any problem with that. I just found it hilarious that like all this guy was doing was like just standing there, just eating something, and these people are like losing their shit. You're like,
more burgers for me.
Yeah.
Ranting at him. Instead of chicken, that should be cauliflower.
No, yeah.
Okay.
A tofu skewer.
No. Negative. But anyway, it's been a couple weeks. How's things been? Let's get an update, and we'll start as usual with the man of many books.
Not too much to report, just working and doing my thing and kind of hanging out up here in Michigan, waiting for the weather to turn, so start going outside a little bit more.
Nice.
for grilling season to roll around again.
Waiting for a second winter to come along and then go away.
More or less.
Although this year has been so up and down, you just never know what the hell's going to happen.
Oh, well, yeah, that would have been very, very similar to here because, yeah, between the days you're like walk outside and like there were days it's like 50 and then the next day it's 31 and the next day it's 65 and you're like, okay, number one, make up your mind.
Oh yeah, I mean the high today was
But,
like 45. Yesterday it got to 20.
oh yeah, but yeah, it was. It's always kind of fun because that's what we're all waiting for is the Mother Nature. Somehow we jinxed it because Mother Nature's kind of like, oh no, I'm not that upset.
She's
We're
got
just
long.
waiting.
She's got long COVID.
Yeah, we're just yeah, we're just waiting for her to get pissed off again.
Yep. Ain't that the truth? All right. Well, how about you, the magnificent jackass?
Well, pretty much the same. Kind of hanging out. I have a actually, I don't think I actually told the story that which will be an interesting story that according to a radiologist, last Wednesday I hairline fractured my elbow.
Yes, let's get into this because the way I understand it, okay, wait, and let's just get TJ's live reaction to this. The way I understand this story involves a hairline fractured elbow, the shower, and a loofah.
Yes.
Look at TJ just blinking.
Well, that also made me realize I have a story too that I haven't shared.
Yeah, I don't know. Again, like part of the entire thing is to go, okay, I was fucking taking, I wasn't like thrashing to metal music in the shower with a loofah and like just suddenly like did whatever. Like I was just doing the normal,
I get it,
well,
Jason.
what do you
calls too?
So, and I have no idea because we have kind of a confined, it's a one-person confined tile shower. So you're kind of doing your thing and you're kind of standing a little bit forward so you can kind of you do the thing while you're not before you wash off or whatever. And I'm kind of doing the thing and swung my arm however I did and jammed it right on the tile. And it's not the first time I've done it. Like, but this time you kind of like, and again, I don't know how the hell I built up. I have superhuman strength or super speed or whatever. I have no idea how you build up enough torque, or I just
punch.
or just hit it in the right spot. I don't know. I jammed it.
Enthralled in your scrubbing motion,
I guess, and I jammed it, and all of Wednesday, it just felt like it was bruised. I just assumed I bruised my elbow. Okay, no big deal. Went to bed. I didn't have any issue or whatever. We went out Thursday morning to a job site to get some footage while the guys were doing some stuff. And, it hurt a little bit. I couldn't really fully extend it without it kind of hurting a little bit. But again, figured it was bruised because I could still do stuff.
Yeah.
Day went on, started getting worse to where like Thursday night, I'm like we're just, laying on the couch watching TV. I've got it like propped up. I've got that kind of, bless you. I've got that achy pins and needles thing going all the way down my arm, and it fucking hurt like a motherfucker.
Oh my God. Yeah.
So then I'm freaking out more like, oh, okay, so maybe this is something else because, for it to get that bad after, So I went to urgent care, had an x-ray showed something, but the doctor there wasn't really sure. So they sent it for a radiologist report. Took the day off of work on Friday just because, they called in the morning, said that the radiologist considered it a small hairline fracture. And again, you get the call and you go, okay, well, that explains why it hurt. And how the fuck did I swing my arm? Did I hit it like right in the right spot? Or, because it's not like I was like standing there and just like elbowing the wall in the shower.
Yeah, but I mean, you got caught in the motion and just you caught it on the perfect spot.
Considering the fact that the tip of the elbow is considered the hardest point in the human body.
Yeah,
The super speed and super strength reference really flies into play there.
Yeah. So now, whatever they considered it, as far as the fracture, whatever, ever since probably because I kind of took the weekend off a little bit, just not kind of doing much. And by Sunday morning, Sunday afternoon, like pretty much most of the motion back, like it doesn't hurt like the bones broke.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's still technically kind of fractured, but at least the bone is, maybe still a little tender. I don't know. I have no idea. Now, obviously, I'm trying not to hit it anymore but
This
yeah,
is with the elbow drop off the top rope.
but yeah, I have no idea how, and again, not a clue. But somehow, and of course, I'm going through the, everything in my mind because Thursday night, if I'm on my way to urgent care because it hurts so fucking bad, we just bought a house. And I'm like, oh, okay. So yeah, it's a great time to possibly have really fucked up my elbow because I'm spiraling down with like the thing about like potentially like a surgery or,
Yep, you did the same thing I did.
Yeah.
I just recently narrowly avoided this as well. And they were like, because at first they told me, I think it's fractured. First thing that pops into my head, all right, I need surgery. How long am I going to be off of work? How long am I going to have to rehab this? Oh, well, I'm clearly going to have to go on like disability because obviously work's not going to pay me throughout the absence.
Oh yeah. So
with my whole fucking plan.
I
understand that line of thought.
Oh yeah. So yeah. I spiraled a little bit on Thursday. Kind of as Friday kept going because it started feeling better, and then Saturday felt better, Sunday felt better. It was kind of like, okay, all right. Not the doomsday that I assumed it was going to be, but Thursday, oh yeah, I was like thoroughly convinced that like we're gonna just be able to get into this house. Number one, I'm not gonna be able to help us move because I'm gonna be rehabbing something, and then have to work out a payment plan for elbow surgery and blah blah blah, and so yeah.
I think that's what it was. Subconsciously, you were so horrified of the thought of moving again as you did recently that your subconscious took over and went, how can I fuck this up?
Oh, Jesus. Well, I like to at least tell her because every time we talk about it, I'm like, yeah, if you really consider it, I've moved 3 times in 3 years.
Yeah. That's a lot, dude.
From here to Vegas back. Now we're going from here to a house. And you're like, yeah, I'm really looking forward to like next summer, not
moving,
not packing shit.
I think you should have I'm not moving this year party.
It's something. Oh, good Lord. But
I don't blame you for that.
Well, I heard some of this, obviously, from our father who was teeing it up just to give
I'm
you
sure.
shit.
Oh yeah, I'm sure because
like hardcore because the grin on his face.
Oh, I know.
He said you might want to check on him because apparently he fractured his elbow, and then just picture this, right? Because I look like Dad, right? So it was he fractured his elbow in the shower with a loofah.
Yeah. Oh no, I got forewarned that you knew, and he also had that smirk on his face as he was telling me that you knew, and I'm like, really? You couldn't have held on to that for like 1 fucking second.
Fuck.
Wait for the podcast, Dad.
But,
yeah, he should have not told you that I knew so that I could just drop it on you right there.
Oh yeah.
TJ, what's your story? Let's just stay focused here. This is good shit.
I'll final it out by going, oh no, he took great joy in telling me that you knew. So
I'm sure. So I'll keep this kind of short and sweet, but it comes with a visual aid. So guys, whatever you do, don't fall on the neck of a guitar.
Ooh.
I don't know how well you can see that.
I will take that advice.
No, I see it.
And that's after a week.
Ow.
So I had my guitar sitting, leaning on the edge of my bed, and I had snow on my shoes. And the room on my bedroom is tile, but it just has a carpet. Well, I was on the tile. I just slipped. I caught myself, but it just like jammed me under there. so bad. I was doubled over so long, dude.
Yeah.
Like there was like Monday and Tuesday, like it hurt to breathe. And mind you, I got to move like fucking 400 pounds of dead human at work, so that was fun.
Oh, there are certain things that you imagine that trigger a response.
Yeah,
right?
like I saw the look on your face when I said that, and I was like, he's feeling it. He's feeling it.
Like, you know, my company's in the middle of rolling out slicers in the restaurants, right? And so thinking you just did it. Thinking of slicing your finger on one of those fucking things.
These two,
right?
both of
them. You know, what was there was a saying when I was a kid that, you know, that sounds more painful than sliding down a razor blade into a pool of rubbing alcohol. Right? Also sends the shudders, you know, down the spine. And yeah, and that one, just because I'm picturing it, I'm picturing the headstock of the guitar lodging itself underneath your fucking rib cage. And you're kind of fucking balanced there like one of those fucking teetering things.
Well, I mean, no, I still had my feet, but the problem was the majority of my weight was coming down. So before I had the chance to like brace myself with my hand, the guitar braced me.
Oof. Yeah, that's gonna hurt. That is going to hurt.
Continue. I just got reminded I forgot to send a text today.
Oh, it happens.
I wanted to do it now before I forgot again.
I feel you.
I'm the worst at it, so I don't blame you.
Well, this is actually related to work, so I'm like, I should probably get that out.
That one you should do. Let's see, my couple of weeks, busy, good. So travel involved, right? So here, and this is kind of ironic and funny. It kind of illustrates the point where there was some required training that we all had to go through. And there were 2 dates for the training, and either one of them involved travel, right? It's like, we're getting the groups together. There's these 2 meetings. You can go to the corporate headquarters in Connecticut the week of the 6th, or you could go, the team that I'm on is supposed to go to Charleston starting tomorrow for these meetings. You're going to be gone Monday. You could fly home on Thursday. And so I saw these dates, and I called my boss, and I'm like, I'm going to Connecticut because we've talked about this before. This Saturday, so 6 days from now, my ass is hopping on a cruise ship. So I told my boss, I'm like, given the state of flying in this fucking country right now, I'm not risking flying home on Thursday because Friday I've got to drive from where I live down to Galveston, which is 3 hours. So with my luck, what happens during that week? A flight gets canceled, something gets fucked up, I'm stranded somewhere, right? And then it's pulling shit out of my ass and maybe missing my cruise. I know, first world problem, sorry. So my boss was like, absolute.
Paid money for it. I mean, I mean, if you pay money for something, you should damn well be like, I'm going to be there.
Yeah, and my boss didn't hesitate. He's like, absolutely, no problem. So I booked everything for going up to Connecticut. And so I did so last week. And I learned a few things. Number one, if you are listening to this podcast,
which you should be, you lazy twats.
You should be. From the vicinity of New York City, I'm about to say something you're not going to like. Oh, no. Fuck you, your traffic, and your drivers. I never, ever want to drive a fucking vehicle, and I wasn't even in like the heart, because where the company headquarters is, that it told me, the travel website we have to use told me fly into JFK or LaGuardia and then drive 50 miles into Connecticut, right? Now, 50 miles where I live in Texas takes about 30 minutes. 45 at the most.
Yeah, but this is also Texas. There's a lot of Texas.
So we're talking, from New York City into Connecticut is 50 miles. And with the traffic, it was scheduled for almost 2 hours.
Yeah, do you have any idea how many humans are just in that little amount of space?
Yeah. And I now to be fair, I've heard stories and I expected traffic, right? And I expected a decent level of assholery. What I experienced was traffic and assholery.
I mean, yeah.
That's a big asshole for
Like,
that.
like people in New York City, if they drove that way here in Texas, they would get shot. So maybe I underestimated, but point being, I still want to go to New York and see the sights and all that shit. I'm not driving while I'm there.
Oh no,
not fucking happening.
As a tourist, I'll take a taxi. I'll take an Uber.
Hell to the fuck no.
Fucking walk.
So that was one thing I learned. However, Thursday, my flight out of LaGuardia was like 6:55, and I was flying from LaGuardia to Dallas, and Dallas to Austin. So Dallas to Austin is a hop.
Well, your arms must have been tired.
Like they certainly were. They generally don't even get up. The flight attendants usually don't even really get up on flights from Dallas to Austin. They're too short.
Yeah, it's thank you, flying Delta. We're departing, and if you look to your left, we'll be descending.
Yep. And so I'm on the flight. I get to LaGuardia plenty early because I didn't want to get into rush hour traffic, and I'm like, I can sit around, I can jump on the Wi-Fi, I could do work, I could watch movies. I had a book I was reading, fucking whatever. So get on the flight, takes off, flying. It's over 3 hours, I think, from LaGuardia to Dallas. And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna splurge on the $20 and get the Wi-Fi so I can watch. I was watching Terminal List on Amazon Prime.
That's the one with Chris Pratt, wasn't it?
Yep, because I was also reading the book, right, and I was wanting to do the comparisons. I had seen it already and really enjoyed it, but the book is really freaking good too. So I splurged for the $20 for the Wi-Fi, and as I'm watching these newer American Airlines chairs, by the way, have little phone holders in the backs of the seats. It's amazing. So put the phone up there. I'm watching. Little alert comes down on my phone. Your flight to Austin has been canceled.
Fun.
Motherfucker. The very thing I was trying to avoid, I'm in the middle of. So I land in Austin. It's fucking 10:45 at night. I land in Austin. Land in Dallas. 10:45 at night. Walk out of the airplane, walk up to the gate agent, and flight to Austin was canceled. She's like, okay, get some computer. And Dallas had some weather 2 hours before we got there. It was fine when we got there. So obviously a lot of flights had been canceled.
Yeah.
This lady clearly was not having a good day. And I was determined not to be that guy that takes it out on the fucking gate agent because, not their fucking fault. But this woman had just about had the end of her day. She's like, yeah, there's nothing. I'm like, I'm sorry. She's like, yeah, there's nothing. It's Thursday night. Yeah, there's nothing until Sunday. I'm like, well, you're gonna rent me a car or something.
I mean, at this point, you're in Dallas, right?
Yeah.
At this point, I go, all right, you know what? Then you're covering my rental car. Give me my fucking bags.
Yeah.
I'll drive to 3 hours.
And she's like, yeah, we don't do that. I mean, just, and she's you have to go, across the thing over here to customer service. Okay, I'm going to do that. Just leaving it alone because I'm sure she'd been yelled at. Go over to customer service, wait in that line for a couple minutes, and confirmed with my boss. It's like, if they can't get you on something and because they cancel the flight, just go rent a car, put it on the company credit card, and drive home. And I'm like, yeah, that's exactly what I'm gonna do.
Which is also nice to know your boss has your back like that.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Oh
yeah. It's a 3 hour drive, basically, probably 320.
3 hour tour.
Right.
Okay.
From DFW airport to where I live. And so, get up there, to the gate agent. I'm like, here's my ID. You flight to Austin was canceled. Much more helpful, right? And there's other people that are in line, and you can hear some people being stupid with people. And I'm just like, what can you do for me? She's like, well, everything's fully booked. She's like, there's a flight that leaves at 11:45, which is about an hour, that I can put you on standby on. I'm like, you know what? Let me do that, and then if I can't get on that one, I'll just rent a car. And she's like, okay, and thank you very much. Sorry you're having a hell of a day. And then I had to walk from gate B14 to gate B47.
I was going to say, I thought you were going to say something like, well, I had to walk from gate B14 to gate Z35. You're like,
might as well have been.
Oh my God.
Fortunately, I had an hour.
Unfortunately, gate Z45 is actually in Amarillo, so you've got a long walk.
It seemed that way. And of course, nothing's open.
It's almost,
that's the worst part.
It's almost 11 o'clock at night.
And you're like, I can't even get some overly priced food right now.
I've never quite understood that like, okay, the restaurant's fine, but like the actual like regular Hudson shops or whatever, like you've got flights coming in at like leave at midnight, flights that come in at like 6 a.m. or I'm like, why wouldn't those at least have like some kind of different hours, so at least like you're not walking through an airport and going, oh, everything's so dark.
I'm supposed to be here.
So I get down to the gate, and 2 gates down, there's 5 cops standing there talking to a guy that looks like he's about 64.
Oh no.
And everyone's looking over there, and you can hear muttering, and one guy's going, well, I was just always told you don't fucking behave that way in an airport. And I'm like, damn it, I missed something good.
Yeah.
And so apparently what had happened was this guy's flight, and it wasn't awesome, but his guy's flight had also gotten canceled, and he completely lost his fucking marbles on the gate agent, which preceded them to call the cops that are at the airport. And the cops in the airport are now full bulletproof vests and everything else. Might as well be special forces. But I'm like, oh man, I missed something good. It was apparently so good, as this guy was walking and the cops were kind of U-shaped behind him, like, here's 2 on the side, 2 on the side, 2 on the back. He's walking past the gate. Gates are fucking applauding.
Oh yeah.
As this guy's leaving. I'm like, damn, I missed, at least it would have had some entertainment. So anyway, long story short, I'm in line for standby. I look up at the monitor, 17 people on standby for this flight, and I was number 10. I'm going, fuck, I'm gonna have to drive. Somehow I got on the plane. My bag, of course, did not make it to Austin. They delivered it to my house the next day. They knew it was in Dallas. I wasn't worried about it. But I just found it really funny that the exact scenario that I was trying to avoid happening to me this week happened fucking anyway.
Oh yeah, but that's why you did what you did.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So, hopefully my coworkers, I'll be the only one from the corporate offices in town this entire week, because everyone else is going to South Carolina starting tomorrow. And I got to play tour for some people that are coming from headquarters down, but hopefully they all have safe trips and everything. But come Friday afternoon, doesn't matter, because I'm heading to Galveston, and Saturday morning, once I'm on that cruise ship, the phone goes in airplane mode, and like, I'll talk to you fuckers in 8 days. So that's been my couple of weeks.
I don't know none of you bastards.
No, I don't know none yet. I can start looking at what weather's going to look like at the places I'm going here soon, and everything. But I am, given everything that I've gone through since January through now, it's already been a long year, and I'm fucking ready.
I was going to say, well, you got that, and then what, like 2 weeks after that, we're going to the Grand Canyon.
Yep. Absolutely.
It's kind of funny. So you're going on the thing. So we're almost kind of opposite, because you're going on the cruise and then going to the Grand Canyon. We're going to the Grand Canyon, but then going to, I think it's South Carolina, no, North Carolina, with some friends. Their family owns a beach house that they take advantage of for at least 1 week out of the year. So it's usually around this time.
Mhm.
Since we got home, they asked us to join them, and we're like, it's sure.
Yeah. Twist my arm.
Goes to North Carolina. Yeah, twist our arm.
Beach house, Northeast Ohio.
Because in between those two is when we'll probably get into the house. So then it's like, because we were kind of freaking out a little bit about between closing and then getting in, with it being thinking it was going to be within like the next couple weeks. So we were kind of like, okay, so we still got to pack. Then we're still at the Grand Canyon. Then we're still kind of the thing in May. So it's one of those where you're kind of going, okay, so let's pull the strings here to kind of do the thing and the schedule but at least the way that they set it between closing and then getting the keys is around 30 days. So now we're expecting probably around like May 1st to get in, which actually made us both feel way better between packing, between planning, between the Grand Canyon, between the side hustle that I'm doing, because there's like this deadline to have some stuff done by the end of the month. And I'm like, oh, okay. So to get this done by the end of the month, I can't help her pack because I'm going to come home from work after sitting in front of a computer to come home to the apartment and just sit straight down in front of my computer and work until whenever. And so now it's kind of like, okay, little breather. So
I got one word for you. Owen.
Oh, well, between him,
that between gigantic little shit.
Oh yeah.
Can make up for your elbow. And so TJ, Owen is our sister's youngest.
Yes.
Just turned 19.
Yeah, he'd be 19. Because we always joke because his birthday's easier to remember. It's 234.
Oh, there you go.
February 3rd of 04.
Right. And at 16, how tall was he?
I don't remember how tall he was at 16. Right now he's 6'5".
Well, yeah, I was just curious because at 19, at least for me, I don't know how controversial this
is. He's large.
But at 19, you help me move. I'll slide you some pizza and beer.
Oh yeah.
Well,
between him and her brother, because her brother's 23, but is also probably not quite as tall as Owen, but is at least he's mongoloid-ish.
Owen's a big boy,
which is not a criticism or a dig at him. I'm kind of I kind of wish I was too at this point. At least as far as getting into a house. So yeah, between those two and at least
you do this and it's pizza and beer. You do this in a shortened amount of time and don't damage anything. It's pizza, beer, and I'll slide in a fifth of whatever fucking liquor you want.
Yeah, right?
Oh, help! Well, see, and I don't mean to keep detracting from the topic, but of course we could just keep going on and on about this shit. It doesn't matter. But we're also running into now, because for us moving from the apartment to the house is crossing a state line, despite the fact that it's 10 fucking miles. It's not that far. Like, you get there, and from here to there is 15 minutes. So she got a quote, because all we're looking for, we were looking to potentially get higher movers, but at least only for bigger shit.
Yeah.
Like the fucking sectional couch we have is enormous.
Yeah, exactly.
So at least help with that. Again, we'll pack. We're going to carry all the boxes. We're going to do whatever. All you got to do is a couple things, whether it's like a bed frame, whether it's a couple things from the kitchen and a couch. That's it.
Well, yeah, especially because that's always the stuff that gets you. It's never the boxes that get you. It's always moving the big shit, the couch, or God forbid you have a refrigerator or a washer and dryer.
So she started talking to people, and she kind of, the first quote she got, now this, I think it was from a bigger chain. I don't remember the actual name of the place. They quoted her $2,000.
I guess.
Wow.
And you're like, but they wrapped it around it being multi-state.
Yeah.
It's a long distance move because it's crossing state lines. And you're like,
are you getting it again?
It's like, so you're not doing this by distance. You're just saying, oh, you're crossing a state line, despite the fact that it's 15 fucking minutes from here to there. And you're tacking on that much more because it's a long distance move. Because you're like, we're not asking you to fucking take this back to Vegas, you fucking dickhead.
I would think you'd find an ad on like Facebook Marketplace for
moving labor. This was the first quote, so this was like a larger, bigger name kind of thing for moving. So we had a couple of these coworkers suggest some other things, and we're going to reach out to smaller places locally just to kind of do whatever. But you kind of go, are you fucking for $2,000? I'll move it with a fucking fractured elbow, you dickhead.
I'll tell you what,
I'll walk
in our younger fucking days,
I'll take it down to the steps. I'll drag it.
Yeah.
Myself.
I'll fucking walk it there.
In our younger days, the kings of moving were this guy and that guy right down there. That's TJ on my screen. Because what wound up happening is we knew how much it was going to suck, but when we got up in the morning, we were locked into that fucking mode.
See,
oh yeah.
This is the only reason it worked is because we're the exact same way. I move at one pace. Like if you move with me, you better come correct because I'm trying to get this shit done as fast as possible. Like, let's just get it in the house. We'll sort it out from there.
Oh yeah. And that was the thing. Like, and that was the whole point of us trying to alleviate it by saying, like, look, all you're taking is the bigger shit. We're gonna pack these fucking boxes. We're gonna load the fucking boxes. Like, you're not moving the entire fucking apartment.
No, the boxes are easy. Get a dolly, stack the boxes, and go.
Yeah, we just need help with the bigger shit. And it's under like probably 5 things that are actually considered the bigger shit that we would need help moving.
Yeah, it's to TJ's point, it's the hardest thing to move, right?
Yeah.
Pivot,
yeah.
That kind of shit. But yeah, we got into a mode and just it was boom, 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 boom. And we, and then at the end of the day, we're like, it all hits you at once, like, oh, okay, that was painful, but it's over.
Yeah, I mean, you're sweating, but you put some greasy ass fast food in your belly, you grab a beer, and you go to bed. That's what we did.
Pretty much.
Exactly.
We had the same thing because when we were doing the pod to come back from Vegas to here, yeah, we would go kind of because we were on a second floor apartment, so we had to go down a set of around a set of steps, but we also had the pod like way off wherever because you couldn't. It had to be off away from the actual assigned parking spots and all that. But yeah, we would go like, okay, we'll move a car over, we'll move a certain amount of boxes to kind of go, okay, so we'll get this in to Tetris it into the pod. Yeah. And then we get to that point and we go, all right, it's getting dark, close a pod. Then the next day, kind of boxes, kind of whatever stack thing, got the Tetris music going in the background. Dun, 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 and we got it, like, oddly enough, for everything that we sold, just because like couch and love seat and all that, we weren't going to bring them with us, we were just going to get new, but everything went in, everything fit very nicely. And then I had to fuck it up by tossing a desk chair or an office chair on the top of the thing to kind of, and then we closed the thing
and you couldn't get it open because my best friend did the same fucking thing.
Only for that desk chair to like kind of come forward a little bit, like just enough to block those ridges on the door. So this is parked in mom and dad's driveway. We finally got it dropped off because we had finally gotten an address and we were kind of doing whatever. And you unlock the thing and you go,
nope.
Nope. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you like for everything and it ended up again, for all the things that she had Tetris into this thing. Yeah, it was the fucking office chair that I threw in at the last minute.
You had to do that, just that one more thing. You couldn't have just left it alone.
No, of course not.
Of course.
That one for that fucking office chair.
I had the same situation. My best friend calls me freaking out. I can't get the pod open. Something's jamming it. I'm going, I don't know what you want me to do.
Oh yeah, Dad's got one of those like 5-foot like solid steel pry bars, and we're trying to jam this thing open while also obviously trying not to damage it because it's
you gotta pay for it then.
And finally got the thing open and looked at it and went, fucking office chair. Because I had actually taken it apart too. So like whatever the bottom was with it's the office chair that I'm sitting in. That that bottom part where the wheels and everything was had just like shifted forward. And was just like under whatever lip on the door.
All it fucking takes.
And he's like, you motherfucker. It's like,
well, that's I'm sorry, because only fucking somehow Alexa's listening to shit. That's only funny to me because I'd have to go through it. because I can see my head just boiling over if I had to go through it. But.
Oh,
100%. When it's not happening to you, it's the funniest thing in the world.
what does it mean? And when you're in that moment, you have that combination of panic, but also being just pissed off like nothing else. Like seriously, what? The thing is finally here. Like all of our belongings are behind a garage door kind of thing, and you're like, looking at the. Like it's open like that far, so you're kind of doing one of those where you're like, okay, is it something here? You're kind of reaching underneath, and you're kind of you're trying to do whatever. And
yeah. But it is a good segue into the actual topic of the show because you brought it up. The Tetris music, right? These songs or these jingles that get just stuck in your head the moment you hear them, somebody talks about them, whatever, and it just lives there. And it's sometimes it's good music, other times it's fuck. I was driving the other day with my wife, and a song came on, and you guys will automatically know what I'm talking about because this song gets stuck in everybody's head. And no one actually knows the real name of this song, and now I saw it on the screen. I can't even remember it. But the one that absolutely was stuck in my head the rest of the day was, well, I would walk 500 miles and I would walk 500 more just to be the man who walked 1,000 miles to wake up at your door. Da, 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 da.
That guy is dedicated and stupid at the same time.
And I think...
Well, yeah, that's true. See, and
I think, wasn't that called When I Wake Up? Literally,
something like that.
Because it's not called the 500 miles. What's that?
I think it's called like When I Wake Up (parentheses 500 miles).
Yeah, I think you're right. But that's one that automatically gets stuck in your head, no matter what. Like people would be going, "Fuck! Why did you have to sing that one?"
Mm-hmm.
Poorly, but that one, because there's something about it. There's these songs that get stuck in your head. There's something catchy, whether they're good or they're bad. They just get stuck in there.
Yeah.
So that would be one for me.
I have something similar. I mean, it's probably not quite as popular, but the song "Land Down Under" will always get stuck in my head after.
Yeah.
Land down under.
She just smiled and gave me a Vegemite sandwich, and she said, "Yeah." Again, there's all of these ones that we're going to bring up. I guarantee we're all going to know them, but there's going to be something, except for maybe some of the regional like jingles. But there's just something there that's catchy.
Oh yeah.
And you can't fucking help it.
Well, even if it's like a regular song or a brand name, you get those ones that for some reason, like I was telling Sean before we started recording, like, so we had just like started talking about, because we had talked before about the brand names where you kind of like Xerox and Kleenex are not brand names anymore. They're just actual
things. The product.
That's the thing now. Yeah.
So she brought up a jingle and she wanted me to finish it because apparently her and her father would have, like, she knew it was the one thing, but he thought it was something else. So they would like get into like this weird argument. So, we're kind of sitting there and she goes, okay, I want you to see if you can finish this. And she goes, all right, the quicker picker upper.
Bounty.
There. And I got it right. Her dad thought it was Charmin.
Oh no. 100%
so, yeah, she sang it and I went, bounty, like almost like pre-programmed, because you like all of a sudden you get like that blank look on your face, like bounty, like, oh wait, what just happened?
Words just spilled out of my mouth and I didn't realize it.
I didn't realize I just said that.
Somehow some people have figured this out, whether it be a jingle for a product, a song on the radio, whatever. It falls in and gets trapped.
Oh yeah.
And some of them you're going, I'm gonna get this fucking song out of my head right now.
So I have one, and this is more along the lines of like a jingle, but neither one of you can't tell me that at some point you guys didn't have the fucking O'Reilly's Auto Parts jingle stuck in your head.
God, of course.
Oh, come on. Yeah, of course.
Oh,
Yeah.
O'Reilly's Auto Parts.
Parts.
Ow! Absolutely.
Like if you listen to the radio in any sort of semblance, like that fucking song is going to be in your head.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. So let's see. There's the funny part would be the regional ones. Like I was telling Jason this one before you got on, TJ. But you're going to remember this. I haven't heard it in years. You're going to remember this from your time down here. See if you can name the brand. Dial 459-2222 and get a.
It sounds familiar. It's been so long though.
Mr. Gaddy's Pizza delivered to
Oh,
you.
yeah, no.
It's like, oh my God, it's so obvious, but it's so fucking catchy.
Yeah, I mean, shout out to him. I wouldn't mind a trip to Disneyland right now.
But that just goes for like the same thing about the regional ones because yeah, we've got the ones here. I just told Sean about the one from here. It's a tire place.
Yeah.
And all they had there, B&R Wholesale Tire. We're known by the money you keep. And they go beep beep. So whenever you hear the song, you're just waiting to do like you're pre-programmed. You get that blank. You're like beep beep. Like, wait, what just happened?
See, that's funny because there's a regional one up here. Gardner White Furniture was the same thing. We're Gardner White Furniture. We're known by the money you keep. And like at the end of the commercial, there would be like two hands, and one would have like a stack of money in it, and the other one would be like, "No, keep it."
Let's see, those are even better. Oh yeah.
Okay.
See, I didn't even realize now that there was regional ones now. So now you had the same slogan that our tire place did.
Yeah.
We're known by the money you keep. You're like,
so beep. I'll bring this one up. TJ let it slip before where the company I work for, but here's one that haunts everybody's dreams.
Oh God. Oh yeah.
That one haunted our dreams for years.
Mm-hmm. I don't doubt it.
But it was catchy.
Yeah, it was catchy.
Well, I mean, like even when we were talking earlier, where you get the ones where like it's not even necessarily like the words in the song, but you go like ba da ba ba ba.
I'm loving it, McDonald's.
And again, it's that pre-programmed where you finish it without even realizing you're like,
oh yeah,
we're all programmed to do it.
For sure. The other region one we talked about it before on the show where if I say that's what I like about Texas.
Thank you.
Yeah. Dairy Queen, big deal down here.
The one that still sticks out to me, and I actually just Googled it, and it turns out it's closed now. But a lot of car dealerships have obnoxious commercials.
Oh God!
Oh, yeah. For sure.
Of course.
So I guess Capital Kia used to be a car dealership in Austin. It's not anymore. But I always remember hearing the radio commercial. We'll see you in a Capital Kia.
Yeah. Yeah. So, okay. I don't know if we can actually play a lot of these just because of the copyright deal since I put it on YouTube.
Yeah, let's not.
Coming from the guy who just played the $5 footlong song.
Works for Subway, it's different.
Yeah, I think I can get away with that one. But I'm sorry, I don't care.
Love your sandwiches, Subway, just in case. It's totally fine.
There's I could probably technically get a license, but anyway. Some people, I think everybody at some point loved this song that I'm going to talk about for a minute. And then it got annoying after a while, but I still love it. I fucking laugh at it every time I hear it because it was just out of fucking left field. And of course, I'm talking about What Does the Fox Say?
Oh, Jesus.
I never have listened to that song fully through.
Because you don't get so far.
Oh, I don't.
You got no. Better yet, just go watch the fucking video.
I don't want to.
No. It's so good.
No, it's not.
I won't.
I'm sorry.
No, I've seen enough from when that fucking song was popular. All these dumb motherfuckers going around. I said, I want nothing to do with that.
But what about? I mean, if you're going to qualify that, what about Gangnam Style or Get Gangnam Style or
Yeah,
No,
whatever?
that
I'm
was
right there.
fucking brilliance.
Yeah.
There's a difference.
After
No,
a while,
but-
though.
Have you guys heard this trick before? Hey Siri, what does the fox say?
Okay, I found this on the web for what does the say. Check it
Oh,
out.
no, that's not what I said. Hold on, wait. Hey
No,
Siri,
no, mine responded to you.
what does the fox say? Oh wait, you know what? I've got this thing on silent. Hold on, let's try that again. Hey Siri, what does the fox say?
Cow.
Mine just did it at the same time.
That's fucking awesome.
You got that in stereo because mine heard you. Yeah, mine
And
heard
it's-
you. Like
And it did the same sound.
there was
And
something.
if you do it enough times, she will turn around and go, "We will never know. The sound of the fox is an ancient mystery."
There was something else that one of the podcasts that we had done like way back when, and you and I were doing. What was it? It was some kind of joke. What was it? The 0 times 0 or something like
Oh,
that?
yeah, yeah.
You were telling me about where you actually did it on the podcast.
Yeah.
And at one point I was listening to the podcast. So when you did it, all of a sudden, like as it's going through and your Siri did it, all of a sudden, like mine's doing it at the exact same time because I'm listening and yours triggered. And I'm going, wait, what the fuck is happening?
It's a vicious cycle.
It's like in stereo.
Android.
I think I liked, and I still to a degree like what does the fox say. But I will freely admit, to TJ's point in the years, you have to like Gangnam Style.
Oh,
You fucking have to.
I could not show that music video to enough people.
That scene where he's in the elevator and the guy's underneath him.
That's just the
Oh
whole
my
thing.
God.
Good. It's so good. And Jason, you can hate it all you want. He performed with MC Hammer. You haven't.
I don't hate it.
And no, that was a good show too.
Hell yeah.
Because say what you want about Psy, the fucker can dance.
Oh, dude.
Honestly, I don't hate the song. It was just one of those where it was like so on and so
Yeah.
played. So it kind of to me, it's the same. I don't know if it would have been the same for you guys, but like when Soundgarden came out with Black Hole Sun, that was just like after a while, you're like, okay, like not a bad song.
That's the downside of this topic, because songs get so popular.
Oh yeah,
and so overplayed. Like, I understand that this is a good song and everybody seems to love it, but I genuinely dislike this song so much because it was all you heard day and night in the barracks when I was in the Army, and I'm fucking tired of Friends in Low Places.
oh God.
I understand that, Garth Brooks and what it all means to people.
Oh yeah,
And I understand the relevance of the song. Over fucking played.
oh yeah, absolutely.
Because, like, same album, The Thunder Rolls, great fucking song. And I'm not even a country fan. But
that's always one of them songs because I kind of have the same relationship with that song. Obviously, I wasn't in the Army, but I mean, growing up, my best friend, his mom had a place up north. We'd go up there all the time. And, it was just hang out, drink beer, barbecue, and, play like cornhole and all that. And obviously we'd have music on, but she would always put this one CD on. And it was the same like 17 songs that would just play on fucking repeat the whole day. And
Oh yeah.
one of them, and by the end of the weekend, I got friends in low places.
and the funny part is I know a lot of people that feel that way, but yet go somewhere and that motherfucker comes on.
Oh
and,
yeah.
and we are way outnumbered by the drunk
singing.
people that are
Mm-hmm.
This is a great fucking song. I fucking love you guys.
That's why I don't want to go to anybody's wedding.
That's why when I go to a wedding now, I'm gone before the dancing starts.
But yeah, there's always going to be some of those that wind up, stuck in your head for the wrong fucking reason.
So I will guarantee you that when she and I finally do, if we're doing some kind of reception or whatever, and somebody requests that, they're getting kicked out immediately.
I support this decision.
Not going to happen.
Just play Cowboys from Hell instead.
It's right up there with no Freebird.
You can play Gangnam Style instead of that. That's fine. I don't care. But no, we're not doing Friends of Low Places. No.
Thank you.
Now I also say that I'm also saying that sober. So by the time I'm actually drunk, who knows? I would actually be one of those where I'm rolling my eyes. It's one of those where you got that combination facial expression where you're kind of like rolling your eyes, but also participating. You're like,
well, you're going to be expected to. You're not going to be allowed to have a DJ. You're going to be expected to hire Full House.
Well, I know they won't sing it, so that's fine.
That's the band our dad is in.
I kind of figured.
Thank God.
All right, what other ones will get stuck in your head?
I gotta think of it because most of them, like, I can never actually pick them out. But then, like, when it happens, you go, "I did, motherfucker! I can't get it out of my brain."
TJ will relate just because of our experiences. But if I hear, the opening chords to Everlong, that never leaves my head.
Yeah.
Just because of the whole Rock Band contest that we've talked about, and
the fact
that the Foo Fighters are fucking amazing, but specifically Everlong, because we practiced that on Rock Band every day.
There you go. 5
times a day for at least 2 weeks to kill that fucking contest, and we did.
So I got another jingle.
Go.
So this one's relatively new.
Oh no.
It's the Pepto-Bismol one.
Oh God.
Or I can't remember it now.
The diarrhea.
Yeah. I just had it. Give me a second.
There's something else. Nausea, heartburn, nausea,
upset stomach, indigestion, diarrhea. There it is.
And the funniest part is a little dance now when they got to kind of step to the side and then put their hand on the back of their ass for diarrhea. Yeah. Heartburn, nausea, upset stomach, indigestion, diarrhea. Yeah.
Well,
that one's stuck.
Well, it's always because at the end where they're actually putting that kind of more musical note to diarrhea, where you're kind of diarrhea. You're like,
here's the favorite. Here's my favorite part about this whole thing is the sports station did a parody of that, and this was a couple years ago, talking about the Lions general manager, the coach, and the quarterback. So it was, if you have Bob Quinn, Matt Patricia, Matthew Stafford, that will give you diarrhea.
I support parodies. Oh yeah.
What about the one? And I don't remember what movie it was from now, but it ties in, right? Because it was the whole, when you're sliding into first and your pants about to burst, diarrhea.
God.
Diarrhea. Right? You can see it. It's the kid in the back of the car or whatever, just got done playing baseball. That's the only part I can remember. But that would get stuck in your fucking head because I think he had a whole home run for it.
See, no, but I had a completely different relationship with that as a kid because, like, me and my buddies would just sit there and try to make up songs to that.
I support that too.
Well, I mean, fucking 10 years old, diarrhea is funny.
I sent you both the parody Mr. Darkside, didn't I?
Yes.
There's the TikTok version's only half the song. Search for it on YouTube. There's the full song. It's genius. Genius. That and and whether it's because it was Michigan's theme song for a while, but Mr. Brightside will get stuck in my head too.
They're still doing it.
Okay.
Almost like the 3 most popular Killers song will get stuck in my head. So Mr. Brightside, When You Were Young, and Somebody Told Me.
See, especially, I don't know why, and it's probably because I just heard it so much when we were living together, but like the last two songs you named just remind me so much of fucking Jordan having her friends over on Christopher singing whatever fucking.
Because it was all rock band.
Yeah, it was.
Those were rock band songs.
I think it was SingStar too that you got them.
That was apparently the movie you were talking about. That was apparently Parenthood.
Yeah, it was Parenthood. You're right.
Yeah, that was the movie. I just looked it up real quick. Because like I said, I remember the song. I couldn't place where it was from.
When you're sliding in the first and your pants about to burst, diarrhea. Diarrhea.
When your stomach starts to hurt and you feel something squirt, diarrhea.
See,
that's straight out of my childhood.
Oh, that one's gonna be stuck in my head for the rest of the night.
See, there you go. Exactly.
You're welcome.
Damn it. Yeah, there it was. Wait, let's see.
That is absolutely the point.
You're sliding in the first and you're feeling something burst, diarrhea. Diarrhea. When you're sliding in the third, well, you just occurred diarrhea. When you're sliding in the hole and you're so full of foam, diarrhea.
There you go.
Oh my god. I can't make a rhyme out of it. When you're playing at the park and your brother drops an elbow. If you guys don't get the inside joke, go back and listen to a few episodes. Go back to most embarrassing moments. And you'll get the joke instantly. Oh, diarrhea. Oh God. What other ones can we think of that just get stuck in your head? Whether it's a jingle, whether it's a song. Because I think we've really hit the nail, like that fucking O'Reilly song. That's still been running through my head since you sang it.
Oh, well, I mean, so this is
Get in the Zone, AutoZone.
I was just thinking of AutoZone and I couldn't remember what the beginning was.
You're welcome.
So honestly, the thing that's been stuck in my head is the most random shit in the world, because this started to resurface around Thanksgiving, obviously, last year. But it's the Creed performance at the 2001 Thanksgiving Dallas Cowboy game, where they did a medley of Can You Take Me Higher, My Sacrifice, and Don't Stop Dancing. But it was like right after 9/11, and just the way it looks, you can just tell it's like so 2001. But for whatever reason, like just the song and the way they made it flow perfectly, like it's just the whole medley will just get stuck in my head.
I can see that.
Oh yeah.
And I also have to say, Creed, kind of underappreciated.
Agreed.
I know
a 1,000,000% agree.
I know I'm going to think of more after we're done.
Oh, of course, it'll be afterwards.
I don't know why I'm blanking right now, but I know I'm going to go, oh yeah, and then
No, but I mean, I think that's the whole point of it, though. Also, is that once you hear it, then it pops in your head, right?
Oh yeah,
it's not something. It's not something that you recall on a drop of a dime. It's like, oh, and now that's not going anywhere for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I would walk 500 miles and yeah. Da.
Well, see, every time, like when you said that, like obviously, it gets planted in your brain, but I also get that that scene from Family Guy where Peter was in there.
Oh yeah.
Start doing the da 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 da. He's like, stop that. That's my part, and he just keeps doing it.
So here's an old school one. That'll pop in your head every now and then. And again, it's a love-hate relationship. Massively overplayed, but it was weird enough and it was catchy enough that most people just know it and it gets stuck in your head. And of course, I'm talking about Don't Worry, Be Happy by Bobby McFerrin. Don't worry. Here's a little song I wrote. You might want to sing it note for note, but don't worry.
See,
Be
I don't
happy.
hear that song all that often anymore.
That's because it was our youth, not yours.
Well, I also feel
We're
like,
old.
well, no, but I remember the song. Don't get me wrong, but I also feel like you probably hear that song a lot more than I do because you fucking go on cruises.
They don't play that one as much as you would think, but it does get played.
It's got to be in the rotation though.
It's there
Oh,
every
yeah,
now
it
and then.
has to be.
Yeah.
Well, that's another one of those ones that's probably more even like on what is it? Probably at weddings too.
Oh, that
Yeah.
gets there. Yeah, I would probably think so. But again, it get between the whistling and the ooh, I can't do the ooh woo hoo that high, and just it's just kind of mellow, laid back. Hey, don't worry,
Be
happy, kind of thing. Yeah,
Don't
and
worry.
it'll get stuck in your head right there. Tetris music, the Jeopardy fucking theme song.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say now that we're the Jeopardy theme. Look, because the Jeopardy theme song just goes along with any kind of like decision you're trying to make. Because as soon as somebody's like paused a little bit to make a decision, you're like, na, 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 na.
Yeah,
To the point where
then,
like, if you start doing it where somebody's really trying to think of something, they yell at you. They're like,
Yeah.
Shut up!
Stop it.
or
You're putting pressure on me. It's not letting me think.
Uh-huh.
or the two theme songs that will get stuck in my head would be Big Bang Theory, obviously, right? The whole thing
yeah.
by 311.
Oh, that was
Not
done by
311,
Bare Naked Ladies.
Bare Naked Ladies, yeah. The other one, again, you have to be a fan of the show, and I appreciate actually how short it is, but is How I Met Your Mother.
Okay. Actually, the other one from at least like a long time ago would have been Friends.
Oh yeah.
I'm rats. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. That one, So no one told you life would be this way.
Actually, hell, after I heard that song, I was trying to find out who sang it, and I actually became a fan of the Rembrandts just because, like, a couple of their albums from like way back when.
It's a good song.
Yeah, and that actually a lot of their stuff was actually pretty good.
I want to say this was like 95, 96, but my sister got her first CD player, and one of the CDs she got was like a Friends soundtrack. They had some fucking bangers on there, man.
Oh yeah.
And I mean,
Oh well, hell,
a lot of
if you want to go at least as far as like theme songs or whatever that now just automatically hit. I mean, you've got any of them from CSI now.
Oh yeah.
CSI Miami, the regular CSI, like all of them. You just
so if we go,
yeah, when your theme song's written by the Who.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Well, and even go, here's one that will date me, but
Everybody still knows that,
right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, everybody knows Big Bang. Oh yeah.
Or and honestly, you guys can laugh at this one. I don't care, but the remix of the Mission Impossible theme by Limp Bizkit was badass.
Actually, no, I would agree. They actually did. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not a huge Limp Bizkit fan. I like a couple of their songs, but that was.
But that goes to like even with the amount of like you associate with something, because now obviously with the song for CSI Miami, that like you just get that on like as soon as you put your sunglasses on, you automatically like in your brain that just like pops in because of what was it? Is David Caruso? Was that his?
Yeah.
Okay. I couldn't remember. I thought that was his name. But yeah,
you have to make a corny joke before you do it, though.
Oh yeah, of course.
I'll be like, Horatio, this guy had his eyes stolen. And he'll be like, I guess he didn't see that coming.
Yep. And there you go. Yeah. It's just automatic.
Dropping the one-liners.
Well, actually, hell.
You know what? That's how they opened every show, and I fucking loved it.
We were actually just when we were talking about the favorite TV shows on the last one, where I was talking about Burn Notice.
Yeah.
Well, so one of the episodes for Bruce Campbell, who plays Sam Axe in that show, they were doing some kind of thing where he was disguising himself as a lab tech, and he did it twice. Where he did something about some kind of joke, and he's like, "Well, he should have," and he puts the glasses on, something, and then walks off, and you're like, "Where's the thing?
Yeah,
where's the noise?" He did it twice in the show, and immediately as soon as he did it, you went, "Oh yeah,
No, there's an art. There's an art to the great one-liners.
Oh yeah.
And those openings like you're talking about, and the people that can make fun of those openings. Mitch Hedberg made a whole comedy career, out of these little short one-line jokes.
God.
I'd hate to be the headless horseman's dentist. He wouldn't make very much money. What if the headless horseman had a headless horse? That would be chaos.
I'm not going to tell you what hotel I stayed at last night, but I will tell you it involved 2 trees.
Oh, there was one. What was it? There was one the other day. He's like, something about rice. He's like, rice is great when you're hungry and you want 2,000 of something.
I mean,
right.
there was no flow. There was like no sense to it. It was just shit that he would think up and he'd just start rattling them off. It was genius.
I hate when I go to buy a donut and they give me a receipt. I don't need a receipt. We don't need to bring paper into this transaction.
He had to, oh crap!
Yes.
I gotta remember the clip.
Way too young. That dude was a.
Oh my god, he was.
There was some clip that he did where he was talking about the fact that like something about wearing pants. So like the pants are being held up by your belt, but the belt is being held up by your belt loops. And he's like, I don't know which one's doing the work here or something. And you're like, yeah.
No, his best thing though, and I don't know if this was on script or not. I like to think it wasn't because I like to imagine this came from his brain. He had a part on that 70s show. It was a very small part where he was the guy behind the counter at like the local place where they would like hang out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like one of the kids are playing pinball and he's like, your order's ready. And he's like, can you hang on a second? He's like, number 46, your order is ready. And so he walks over and he's like, I don't understand, Frank. Why can't you just bring us the food? And he goes, I did not lose a leg in Vietnam so I could serve teenagers food. He's like, Frank, you didn't lose a leg. Like I said, I did not lose a leg in Vietnam.
Well, and it was always because, like, obviously the jokes were corny or whatever, but his delivery was just so good. Oh yeah,
and the thing was when he wore sunglasses all the time because he wouldn't look at the audience. He had massive stage fright.
He had crippling anxiety.
Yeah. And so he would just look at his notes every now and then and just look at the microphone and I'd hate to be the headless horseman's dentist. He wouldn't make very much money. Wait for the laugh, bring in the next one. I was listening to one of his albums one time and he's like, I wrote down T-ski, but I don't know what the fuck that means. And it was something about
I've seen that.
It was something about like they had the squirrel that was on water skis or something like that. He was like, if you dropped iced tea in there, it would be tea-ski. I don't remember. I probably completely fucked that up, but he couldn't remember his own fucking joke because he was looking at his notes.
Well, and see, that just says something about the kind of delivery and the kind of thought that goes into that. Because even if you can make a joke out of that, you wrote a note down and couldn't remember what it was.
Yeah,
I mean, come on, that's
gone way too soon, and
that's actual
didn't
talent.
Didn't even get really appreciated till he was gone, which is just sad. But the art of the one-liner, and again, right up there with shit that gets in your brain, that you can't get out of, like the whole headless horseman joke. It's a stupid fucking joke, but I can rattle that off. Like you wouldn't make very much money.
Yeah, so can I. Same with the Vietnam thing. I still remember it.
Yeah.
And every time, like if he pops up in like a thing on like Instagram or whatever, I stop because it's like,
oh yeah. And I have the one that's stuck in my head. TJ would laugh his ass off with this because we watched the Robin Williams special a lot, and this is when Bush was president, and he would make fun of Bush's attention span constantly. So it was an inside joke for me and TJ. But I use it with everybody where he's like going there and he's talking about Bush giving a speech and he's like, we must not give in. Oh, look at the kitty.
Yeah. So anytime like me or Sean would like be doing something and get distracted, the other one would look at each other and go, oh, look at the kitty.
And so someone was talking. I guess there's another joke that went around. I don't think it was it was Robin Williams, but you get distracted, someone goes squirrel, and I was doing that, up in this meeting in Connecticut, distracted, and they go squirrel, and I go, oh, look at the kitty.
Look at the kitty. Oh, but I mean that goes along with it.
The squirrel thing is from like a Pixar movie.
Probably.
But that goes along with anything. It gets like stuck in your brain. It just becomes a reflex.
Yeah, exactly. Stuck in the brain. It just you fire it off without even thinking, and then and then something's stuck there, and it's in your head the rest of the day, and you're done.
Well, I mean that goes even into like if you're going to quote like show lines, movie lines, and whatever. Like it just
God, yes.
Into your day to day. It just becomes a reflex where you're in that thing, and then it just automatically pops in where you have a whether it's a movie line or whatever that like pops into your head. Oh yeah.
Like I went into the office on Friday, right? Just normal Friday. Just looked at my coworkers and went, "Did you just rub your nuts on my drum set?" Huge pop. Everybody laughed. I mean,
you just become best friends.
Yeah, just shit like that. Like it's almost like a communal thing because I feel like a lot of people can relate to the same stuff when it comes to this kind of stuff.
Oh yeah,
for 100%. Absolutely. Because we all get there. Yeah, you owe me a Coke.
No, I said James.
Oh well, I owe you a Coke. Whatever. But no, we all get there.
Gaslight me, you dickhead. What the fuck?
I don't even know what that means.
You're trying to get me out. You're trying to get out and buy me a Coke, you bastard.
I love Lamp.
I don't know what we're yelling about.
Loud noises! Loud noises!
That was one on the way to Connecticut. I watched Anchorman because it was on there for free, and I just forgot all of the one-liners that are in there. You think of Brick and you think of some of them, but like Tim Robbins showing up as PBS news team.
Ben Stiller.
Yeah, Ben Stiller showing up.
Come on.
Brick, you killed a guy with a trident. I think you should probably be hiding right now.
No, Brick, I've been meaning to talk to you about that. You should probably find a place to lay low because you're probably wanted for murder.
So the beginning part though, come on. I don't know who fucking wrote this, but like they're bitching about the party. And Champ's like, I got up this morning and I shit a squirrel. I got this shit covered squirrel in my office. Don't know what to name it. And Brick's going, Champ, I think I ate your chocolate covered squirrel.
60% of the time.
And they cut that out of the one I was watching on American Airlines. It was like, where's the chocolate covered squirrel joke? The fuck?
Oh, that's the. Well, because they don't know who's gonna fucking click on that.
Yeah.
And you got somebody. My kid was watching. They're talking about a shit covered squirrel.
Yeah, but 60% of the time, it works every time. Is 70% the most famous.
70, not 60.
No, it's 60.
It is 60.
Am I wrong?
Yep. And here he goes to the Google machine.
The Googs.
60% of the time, it works every time. Let's see.
60. It's 60. You guys got me.
All right, there you go.
I don't know why in my head I had it at 70.
Well, I mean, it's only 10% off. That's not that bad.
Absolutely. Anything else we can think of that gets stuck in your head?
No.
I mean, we went songs, jingles, movie quotes.
Yeah, I mean, I think we about covered it all.
I think we got a few of them on there. I would invite the What the Hellions. I know you won't fucking do it, but I'm gonna keep talking shit until somebody does. Again, did we miss one? Did we hit your favorites? Comment on the YouTube video. Send in and Sean shits the bed.
Lazy twats.
Send us an email. The email address is whatthehellpodcast@yahoo.com.
Oh, they know it by now. They know it.
That's debatable.
Several have written it down. They just,
Well, we need to remind them, especially since my crazy ass has taken over intros.
Right? Yeah. So do it. We've talked about favorites and movies and TV shows and all that. We listed ours. What's yours? Did we miss something? Is there something that we haven't been watching that you should? I will once again repeat the stuff that's out right now. I mean, if you're a Star Trek fan, Picard has been awesome this last season, and
Caught up or no?
Huh?
Caught up or no?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Okay, all right.
And
I have enjoyed it so far.
And the few episodes have been out of the Mandalorian season 3.
I am
Also
caught
right up
that
there.
as well.
But what something stuck in your head that we didn't mention? Let's get us a message somehow. You know how to do it.
Which would require you to be not a lazy quad.
Do it.
Do it.
That's
Do it.
another one. That's a fucking another one right there.
Do it.
Ben Stiller and Starsky and Hutch.
Do
it. All right, let's put a bow in this bad boy because it's an hour later where you are, so it's dinner time here, so it's dinner time plus an hour there.
Well, no, it's dinner time here. I got the chicken nuggets waiting for me.
I'm so hungry.
Let's not stand between a man and his nugs.
That's strawberry. Wait, what is that right there? Wait, is that a heart?
Yeah, that's a heart.
That's a heart. That's not a strawberry.
That says a lot about you that you want to eat that.
Looks delicious. Oh my god! I
would go for the rainbow. That looks like it'd be at least taste like Skittles.
Hand disappeared.
Right? All right, let's wrap her up.
Okay.
Magnificent Jackass.
Yes.
What do you got for the people?
Same thing I got every time.
Which is
what? I got to keep saying it. What, they get to be lazy twats, but I got to keep repeating this shit.
It doesn't become a catchphrase unless you use it every single time.
You have no problem repeating lazy twats constantly. Shut the fuck up and hit your catchphrase.
I thought lazy twats was my catchphrase. The other one's just the outro. All right, fine. We'll combine them. Stay classy and search your home if you think, and your town, your home.
John, we're not renewing his contract.
Wait, I don't remember signing anything.
Oh, that's right. We're not paying you. Never mind.
Damn it.
Well, that's why. Oh, do you need a do-over? Do you need a mulligan?
I knew my taxes looked a little weird this year.
Well, that's Lynn's fault. That has nothing.
I was about to say that has nothing to do with us. We're not paying you.
Look, just because Lynn is now claiming you as a dependent.
Wouldn't you? Come on now. Can't do this shit on my own. Are you kidding me? No, I don't need a do-over. They know what I'm going to say. So it's lazy, put the thing in the hometown and the insert and whatever, and shut up because I'm fucking hungry. So
he's just trying to get this over.
Man of many books.
Yes, I am man of many books.
Somehow you got so loud that it shut off the echo.
Oh, my bad.
I feel like that was one of those things for like the Max L thing where like automatically
well, it's just a knob on my board, so I just cranked it.
You cranked it and then you got loud. So when if I'm doing this, I'm not getting very loud. I wonder, man of many books.
It worked.
Mine works pretty good. That was kind of badass.
That's just because you're the host or what? I don't know. I mean, are you because
I think I just have a different soundboard than he does.
Yeah. But anyways, you know what I'm going to say to you guys. Like, rate, comment, subscribe, and as always, be good to each other, people.
God, he does that so well.
He rehearses.
Damn it.
He rehearses. I know
you
he
offer
does.
lessons, even though you're not paying me for anything.
He's in the mirror.
I would like to be better.
No, I've just watched enough YouTube. I've had enough people ask me where it's like, oh yeah, I can do
that. Oh shit. Hey, you heard him. We appreciate you. Thanks for listening, tuning in, downloading. We will catch you on the flip side.